Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Rodgers now on first down. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers being chased out left. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. And I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. But if you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are bitter tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the chains, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Rodgers throwing complete here to St. Brown. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He's into the clear. 30. And they will score. A pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. Pinheiro now to have the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say pump the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they spotted at the 49. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago. First down, a run with Cohen. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Just shy of the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Now Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there and dump him for a loss of 8. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, it's the field goal unit. They're spotted at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Just not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 10 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, it's Cohen. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. Try! All the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Bears push further out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. Ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 71 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do usually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Try again with Cohen. got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating, there he is, and they passed him off to each defender, and then making a nice play, even though it was complete. But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, he took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, it's about the stats. We want 6. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that to move forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. The 20. The pass complete to Ryan Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. They'll start things on first with Troy Cullen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cullen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they come out of bounds, that does you no good.
Trubisky to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Bears push further out in front. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a lot.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Throwing again. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the 1st half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,
Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So that one will be accepted.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. He's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 13, 13. 21, 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco and a pickup of 16.
Here we go. Hey, gun.
On first down, here's Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got out a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-point drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Well, the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Garoppolo gives to Breida. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. No way to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
I don't care what level you hit them, they go through. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. On 1st down, Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26. Bravo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 32 that time. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees, make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This is Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now Crosby for the point after. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Now a give coming right is Breida. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now it's Breida. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Ryan Graham. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space.
Check 13. Check 13. Kill.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. Its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. This is Breida. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Zadarius Smith drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating for the goal. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. 36 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And the 49er hands team does its job.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go. Ready? It's 11. I got this. Check. Cross.
Garoppolo on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Marquise Goodwin, 47 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's all right. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. All day. Hey, wahoo! Any day.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got a first down and inside the midfield. 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 64 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Eyes on 10, eyes on 10. 11. Good track. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Back, behind.
On first down, Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards, first down Niners. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
65. 1, Omaha.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Big hookup there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, baby.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Mike, 319. Hey, watch the slant.
After the penalty, it's Jones. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers, he's going to float and that's caught inside the 35. And will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now Crosby for the point after. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. but it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
Damn, he taking a knee. Alana was just taking a knee in the middle of the field, dog. What the hell? He's straight taking a knee in the middle of the field.